RedZoneSports.bet, the British home of American sports.
We're into the hurry up. Remember, 1 minute on each topic that we have 1 minute to talk about. The first topic will be Cam Newton and his sexist comment while on the podium.
Yeah, it was. He was asked a question about routes by a female journalist, and he basically said he wasn't sure about why he was being asked a question. There's a place for females in the locker room. There's a place for females. They're as good as anybody else. Look at the commentator, Beth, I think her name was, did the Denver game the other week. She was brilliant, absolutely superb. No problem with it.
I think it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. I think it probably took him back a little bit, and he probably thought in his head, that's poor media trading maybe to actually say that. However, I think it's tongue-in-cheek, and Cam didn't mean anything by it.
I think plus at this time where everything is just made so much more of that, Cam Newton as a leader, as a quarterback of that Carolina Panther franchise, he has to understand better that, we're in those times where even the littlest comment, everyone makes a bigger thing out of it. So, probably doing it in jest, but, this is the wrong time of life to be doing things in jest. Let's move on. We almost made it, and you did a great job, man. You did a great job. What about Ben Roethlisberger calling out Antonio Bryant?
I think that's a reaction to him and his performances. For me, I think I touched on it saying Le'Veon Bell, he handed the ball to him. I think they're just calling each other out. Who's the biggest here? Who is it that I can pass the blame on to? Because as I say, he's not been performing to the best of his abilities.
Don't think it's blame. I think it's a case of G them up. They've not been performing as they should be. The offense hasn't been the timing patterns haven't been great. Roethlisberger's struggling behind an offensive line, that having to rely on Le'Veon Bell too much. I think it's just locker room, and I think it's just a case of we're G'ing each other up. Good management for me.
I have absolutely nothing against Ben Roethlisberger being the quarterback and trying to get Antonio Bryant on base with everyone else on the team. If Bryant is over here, the rest of the team is over there. You have to do something to bring them together, and no one else is really sounding Bryant out. So sometimes you need to have your quarterback, and your quarterback, in that case, Ben Roethlisberger, he will bring it up. Mitchell Trubisky, starting on Monday Night Football, the rookie. Now, if I'm a rookie and I get my first start, I want it on Monday Night Football because the world is watching. I don't want to just have a couple people in Chicago, my hometown, over there watching. I want the world to be watching. And for Mitchell Trubisky, Monday Night Football is a great thing for him to start his career.
He's going to be a good player in this league. It's a really tough start. Minnesota's defense, it's a real rough start. I wouldn't have thrown him in personally. I'd give him a few reps. He hasn't had that many snaps. I'm not convinced.
As I said, thrown in the deep end. It's a tough game. I think Monday Night Football, there is the flip side. Mm-hmm. If he does well, the whole world is watching, and everyone will then remember his name. But what they will remember is if it goes wrong, they'll remember him for that guy that messed up on Monday Night Football.
I guess, you have what you have to take a chance. But how about taking a chance on which team is the best 0-4 team? The best 0-4 team. How does that work? The best 0-4. Who's the best 0-4 team?
Well, let's just say it's not the Browns.
Okay, we'll go with that one.
We'll rule them out.
Yep.
Although they've been playing better, but rule them out. Chargers or Giants is your choice. Even though I'm backing the Giants to win that game this weekend, I think the Chargers. They've been really unlucky with their field goals. They've lost a couple of games very narrowly. Let's go with the Chargers.
So what you're saying? So if the Giants beat the Chargers, still the Chargers are the best.
Yeah.
The best
well,
team.
They're traveling West Coast to East Coast, not an easy trip.
Okay.
On paper, you'd say the Giants, and we've been saying that for a long time, but it does not look like it's going to happen. But as we can see, something's got to give this week. I'm going to go with the Chargers being the better 0-4 team.
Yeah, the best, the worst of the worst. With the worst of
best of the worst.
The best of the worst. The best of the worst. Is that how it works? The best of the worst. Well, I'm going to go with the Giants. I'm going to stay with the New York Giants just because of potentially what I thought that they would do as the season goes. The Chargers, one of the things that's happening for them, they're also losing the battle of L.A. Not only being a team that hasn't won, but they're losing the battle of L.A. itself. Now, we're talking about L.A., a team that wanted to go to L.A. but wasn't able to make it there. The Los Angeles Raiders at one stage were called. Now they're back to the Oakland Raiders. Soon they'll be called the Las Vegas Raiders. But they've lost their quarterback, Derek Carr. Is it over with for the Raiders? E.J. Manuel, my man from Buffalo, stepping in as the quarterback.
You've probably told us all you need to know. Buffalo again. I think I'm going to say it is. I think there was a lot of hype around him. They looked great. They looked like real force there. But once he's gone and out the picture, yeah, I think that bubble has now been well and truly burst.
Buffalo, addition by subtraction. I love it. It's great. They're giving all the bad players to New England. Oakland, they're going to win the AFC. But surely they're getting all the players. EJ Manuel starts. They've got to play the Ravens. They've got to play the Chargers. They've got to play the Chiefs. Not easy games, apart from the Ravens possibly this weekend. It might take Manuel a little bit of time, but they might win that one. But yeah, until he comes back, it's a problem for Oakland.
I'm not going down on with EJ Manuel. I think for EJ Manuel, this is going to be the best talent he's ever been around. Let's see what happens if you put some talent around him, because there definitely was not a whole lot of talent for him to work with when he was with the Buffalo Bills. 1 minute hurry up is over. We thank you. I thank you. I thank you. But I more so thank you because he kept it to 1 minute.
RedZoneSports.bet, the British home of American sports.
Watching SportsHeads. Don't forget, you can subscribe to us on YouTube, but you can also hit us on Twitter, Instagram. We would love to hear from you. We're trying to take the program from next level to next level to next level. Enjoy.